Hey, a0 is a platform that lets developers make apps in days instead of weeks by generating custom projects for them. So let's start off and say I want to make a chess timer app that lets two people play a game together. I'll hit build and confirm that I'm a developer. And let's call this app Chess Timer Pro. And then we don't need a database for this, and I'm not going to upload an icon. You can pick the colors for your theme here. I'll just do a blue, and then pink is fine, and hit continue. So next, based on your app's description, it's going to plan out the different data models and user actions that might exist in your app. So this is just functionality that you want in your app that the AI is going to help you code. So it's going to start by asking us a few questions. Do we want to save the game history? Should players be able to set custom time controls? Support different modes? Pause, resume, include player names. So I'll say include all of this, but no need to add the player names or profiles. And you can see on the left here, it starts to generate different data models, and it's planning out different actions, and these are going to end up inside of your app's store. So here we have a game data model. It's showing the time that's left in the game, and this is one for the time control. Has some options here, and then different actions: switch the turn, pausing the timer, starting a new game, resetting the game. This all looks good. You can hit save changes, or you can talk with the AI to further hone in on what you want. And so next, it's going to plan out the state management. So these are the stores that hold the app state as you transition between different screens. So we have just one store here, the game store. Has an active game, loading state, different actions here. And if this all looks good, I'll hit save changes as well. And then the last step of the generation process is it'll show you the screens that it's planned out for your app, and you'll get a chance to review them, add more screens if you want, or remove any of them. So it should take just one more second. Cool. Okay, so you see we have an active game screen. This is a main screen showing the active chess timer. Okay, that sounds right. And here's the description of the layout. So two panel vertical layout with time displays and center controls. Sounds good. A stat screen, and then a game setup screen. Configure and start new chess games with various time controls. Okay, cool. This all looks good. I'll hit save screens and create project. And so now a0 is going to start to generate your custom project for this app. This process normally takes around like 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll jump right back to after my app has been built. Okay, so now I can see that my project has been made for me. If I scan this QR code here, it'll open the a0 app, and I can set up my SSH environment where I'll be able to actually code and make changes on the app live. So if I click this open in cursor button, the project should open for me. And I'm going to go ahead and full screen this, and then let's drag in QuickTime so you guys can see what's going on my phone. So what's nice about a0 is that your app is actually running on our server. So when I go in and I run this app is running live, which means that multiple people could connect and view this app and actually see me making changes live, and they'll be hot reloading on everybody's device. So that's really cool. I see it made a couple screens here. I have this active game tab, which has a game that doesn't load, and the statistics tab, this looks pretty good, but the text color is off. So if I open this in light mode, I can see this looks good, and in dark mode, something's wrong. So yeah, there will be bugs, but what's nice is that you can continue to use cursor, use whatever development environment is familiar to you, and you can fix things. So if I go to the stat component, for example, I can check and see what's going on here. I have this stats card. It's using text dim here and card content, which I think isn't a thing. So maybe I'll just switch this to text-based content. And that looks good here. And then probably the same thing for the game item here. So let's see. Right here, another text card content, and we'll switch that to base content. Okay, cool. So that looks much better. And then the active game screen, let's see why it's showing this loading game. Okay, it probably doesn't have a game yet, and I can see over here we have this game setup screen that isn't showing up and that we haven't seen yet. So what I can do is go to the A0 folder and go to our screens JSON config, and I'll actually say that this screen should be in the nav bar. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and delete the welcome screen as well. And now I can see the game setup screen that it made. So this looks pretty good. We have some presets here, some custom settings for the type of game we want. I can switch from Fisher to Bronstein to simple, set the time and increment. And let's see if I can click one of these presets and start a blitz game. Okay, wow, this is pretty nice. So this is the active game screen. I should be able to press play here and it'll start going, and if I tap here it actually switches to the other side. So yeah, really happy with this generation. There were a couple problems, but nothing that you can't fix, and from here you just continue making your app, and we'll help you with the submission process when you're ready for that. So yeah, that's A0.